Hi, welcome to Wednesdays with Winnie. I am Winnie Dunn, Distinguished Professor of Occupational Therapy at the University of Missouri. We call our school Mizzou. The faculty at Mizzou are doing really interesting research, and you can learn about that work in presentations and publications. Wednesdays with Winnie are designed to highlight evidence-based teaching tips that Mizzou faculty have found to be great options for professional education. They will be quick. You can watch while taking a coffee break, and then you can discuss with a peer how you will move away from lectures and into engaged learning. Today, we're going to talk about the minute paper as a method for consolidating memory and encouraging thinking. Sometimes when we rely on class discussions to foster thinking, some of the students take a passive role and let other students answer. When you ask students to write something that requires thought, you ensure that all the students are getting the benefit of thinking and processing. At the end of a class session, leave about 3 to 5 minutes for writing. Doing this in class allows you and the students to focus on the ideas rather than the format of the paper. You can ask any number of questions for students to answer in the paper. The idea is that you want them to think, reflect, and process the material from that day's session. It is better to require them to hand write this paper. There is evidence to suggest that the act of handwriting increases mental processing. Yeah, old school. A simple question might be, what was the most important idea we had covered today? You could also ask, what confused you today, and what steps will you take to find clarity? A more complex question might be, today we discussed a method that applies to people who have had a stroke. How would you adapt this method for someone who has MS? Be sure to give them time to think 1 to 2 minutes before they write, and then time the writing so the students know this is really a 1-minute paper. So now you have all these papers. What do you do with them? You don't have to grade them if you don't want to. Scan them to see what patterns of answers you are getting, what might be missing, or whether your most important idea did not mesh with their most important ideas. Use your insights to plan the next session in class or to adapt a case study to elevate a particular point. You might even share some of their comments with the class, illustrating what great thinkers they are. In which class will you implement the minute paper? And who will you tell about this strategy? See you next time. You can find more resources at our website.